We used to talk till the sunrise. Now we don't even say goodnight. Your name still lights up my phone, but somehow it don't feel like home. No screaming, no breaking glass, just moments quietly turn into past. We didn't fight, we just faded away, like colors that slowly turn into gray. No final words, no reason to blame, just two hearts losing the flame. We didn't cry, we didn't try, we let it die without asking why. Now all that's left is the space we made. We didn't break, we just faded. Stopped laughing at the same jokes, started hiding behind "I'm okay." You were right there next to me, but miles away in every way. Maybe love don't always crash and burn. Maybe sometimes it just stops. We didn't fight, we just disappeared into silence, into fear, and I still don't know who to blame when love don't leave a scar, just a name. I saw it in the way you smiled at your phone, not at me. And every "I love you" you said started sounding empty. You didn't leave all at once, you left me piece by piece, gave your heart to someone else while still lying next to me. I wasn't crazy, I just knew there was someone else in you. You said you're working late again, same excuse, a different day. I stopped asking where you've been, 'cause I know what you'll say. Your dreams got bigger than us, and I got smaller in your world. You were too busy to love me, too caught up in your life. I was waiting in the background while you were chasing the lights. I gave you all of my time, you gave me none in return. Now I'm just someone you left behind, a lesson you didn't learn. We used to talk about forever, now you don't even stay. I'm just a name in your phone, you scroll past every day. I try to hold on tight, but you were already gone. You were too busy to love me, too far gone to see I was right here beside you, but you chose everything but me. Was I not enough, or just not your priority? didn't say it clearly. You didn't say goodbye. You just started fading right before my eyes. No final conversation, no reason I could hold, just silence growing colder than anything I've known. I kept waiting for a moment that never came at all. Goodbye without closure, that's the hardest kind. No answers, no ending, just questions in my mind. You left me in the middle of something undefined, a love that disappeared without a sign. Goodbye without closure, still haunting me tonight. I replay every memory, looking for a clue, trying to find the moment when I started losing you. But everything feels blurry, like it wasn't real, just a story unfinished I never got to heal. No explanation, no goodbye, just you walking out my life. Goodbye without closure, no reason to explain, just empty conversations that slowly turn to pain. You didn't give me answers, just silence and the door, and I'm still standing here, wanting something more. Maybe I'll never know what I did wrong, but I guess some stories don't last long. I needed one last word, but you were already gone. Goodbye without closure, now I understand. Not every ending gives you a chance. You just disappeared like you were never mine, and I'm left here healing from something undefined. Goodbye without closure, the hardest truth to find. No goodbye, just gone. You don't laugh the way you used to, don't look at me the same. Every word feels unfamiliar, even when you say my name. I kept trying to hold us still, but you were already moving on. You changed first, I just stayed holding on while you slipped away. I was fighting for what we had, you were done, just too scared to say. You changed first, don't deny, I saw it in your distant eyes. I was loving you the same while you Stop telling me your secrets, stop needing me around. I felt it in the silence, louder than any sound. I was the last to know the truth, that you already knew. You changed first, I just stayed, trying to fix what you let break. I was calling out your name while you were walking away. Maybe I loved you more, or maybe you just loved me less. You changed first, now I see it wasn't something wrong with me. You just became someone new, and I lost the old you. We met at the wrong moment, but it felt so right. Two broken hearts colliding in the middle of the night. We had everything but time, and somehow that was everything. Love was real, timing was not. We gave all we had, but it still got lost. If we met another day, another life, maybe you'd still be mine tonight. Love was strong, but we were weak, fighting things we couldn't beat. Now I'm left with what we were, and all the things we couldn't be. We tried to make it work somehow, but life pulled us apart. Too many roads between us, too many heavy hearts. We weren't wrong, just not aligned. Two souls out of time. Love was real, timing was not. We held on until it hurt too much. If forever came a little sooner, maybe we would still be us, right? Wrong time. That's the hardest goodbye. We were real, just not forever. You held my hand when skies were blue, said forever like it was true. But the moment things got hard, you let go and broke my heart. You loved the light, not the storm. You loved me safe, not when I was torn. You loved me when it was easy, when I didn't conditions, and I just didn't know the game. I remember nights I needed you. You said I'll call but never do. I was fighting just to breathe. You were choosing to leave. I needed a love that stays, not something that fades away. You loved me when it was easy, but not when it was real. You couldn't handle broken hearts or the way I feel. Love ain't perfect, love ain't clean, but you only wanted in between. Easy love was never love. We forgot how to talk. We used to talk for hours about everything and nothing. Now we sit in silence, like we've already said something. Your eyes don't meet mine anymore. You look away instead, and every little conversation feels heavier unsaid. We built these walls so slowly, we didn't even see. We forgot how to talk, forgot how to feel. Turn love into something we don't even recognize as real. We're speaking but not listening, hearing but not there. Two hearts in the same room, dying for repair. I try to ask what's wrong. You said nothing, I'm okay, but I can hear the distance in every word you say. We used to fix things together, now we just let them break. And every small misunderstanding is a risk we don't take. We stopped trying to understand and started letting go. We forgot how to talk somewhere along the way. Turn love into silence and watched it fade to gray. We're losing every moment we used to hold so tight. Now we're just two strangers trying not to fight. Maybe we got tired, or maybe we got scared of saying what we're feeling and showing that we care. Tell me what you're thinking before there's nothing left to say. Oh, we forgot how to talk, and now we're falling apart. All we needed was honesty, but we buried our hearts. We're screaming in silence with nothing left to prove. We didn't lose each other, we just stopped Different hearts. We sleep under the same sheets, but worlds apart inside. Your body's close beside me, but your heart's nowhere inside. You turn away so quietly, like you don't feel the space. And I'm lying here just wondering when love got replaced. We used to hold on tight, now we barely even touch. Same bed, different hearts, lying close but miles apart. We're pretending everything's okay while slowly drifting away. Same dreams, different nights, no more wrong, no more right. Just two shadows in the dark. Same bed, different hearts. I hear you breathing softly, but it don't feel like peace. There's a silence in between us that just won't release. I try to pull you closer, but you didn't move at all. And that's when I realized I already lost it all. You're here but not with me, and that's the hardest truth. Same bed, different hearts, we've been broken from the start. Holding on to something gone, trying to stay strong. Same love, different pain, we'll never be the same. Now we're just playing parts. Same bed, different hearts. How did we get here? From everything to nothing, from forever to just surviving. I miss the way you used to love me. Same bed, different hearts. Now we don't even start. No more fighting for this love, we already gave up. Same room, empty souls, losing all control. Now we're just falling apart. Same bed, different hearts. I saw it in the way you smiled at a screen that wasn't me. Every little change in you started telling me the truth silently. You said I was just overthinking, said I had nothing to feel, but your heart was somewhere else, even when you were here. You didn't leave me all at once, you disappeared in parts. You fell for someone else while I was still holding on. You gave them what was mine and left me here alone. You didn't even have to say it, I felt it in your your touch. You stopped loving me before I knew it was too much. You needed space, but now I know the truth. Someone else was in my place. You were already gone. I just didn't want to see that I was loving someone who stopped loving me. I was the last to know what everyone else could see. I hope they love you better than you loved me. You fell for someone else, and I fell into pain. Now I'm the one left healing while you forget my name. Someone else took you away. I tried to be everything you needed, every version you could love. Changed myself 100 times, but it was never enough. You kept raising expectations while I kept losing me. I was trying to be perfect, but you couldn't even see. I gave you all I had inside, still fell short every time. I was never enough for you, no matter what I tried to do. I gave you love, I gave you truth, but you kept asking for more. I was never what you needed, even when I gave my soul. Now I'm standing here defeated, trying to feel whole. You compared me to your past, to every dream you had before. I was fighting just to stay while you were closing every door. I started losing confidence, started hating who I am, just to fit into a love that I'll never understand. I broke myself to make you stay, but you still walked away. I was never enough for you, even at my very best. Now I'm left with all the scars from trying to pass your test. Maybe I was enough, just not for you. And that's the truth. I couldn't I was never enough for you. never enough. But now I see we planned forever way too soon, like love could never break. We forced the pieces into place, no matter what it takes. We ignored every warning sign, said we'll be fine somehow. But looking back, it's obvious we were just lost, not found. We called it love, we called it fate, but it was something we tried to create. We tried too hard to make it real, held on tight to what we couldn't feel. We built a love on what ifs and maybes. Now it's falling down around me. We tried too hard to make it last, running circles in the past. We were forcing something never right, just to avoid goodbye. We said sorry way too much for things we didn't mean, kept pretending we were good while breaking in between. Every moment felt like work, every word felt rehearsed. We were trying to fix a love that only kept getting worse. Deep inside we both could see this wasn't how love's supposed to be. Hold it all, ignore the cracks inside the walls. We kept pretending we were strong, but we both knew all along. We tried too hard to stay the same, even when it turned to pain. Now I see it clear tonight, love shouldn't feel like a fight. Maybe love don't need this much, maybe it's supposed to be enough, without forcing, without fear, without losing who we are in here. I wish we knew when to let go. We tried to hide, now it's gone. We held too tight for too long. What we had was never free. It was just you and me, trying to be. We tried too hard to call it love when it never rose above. Now I'm learning to move on from something already gone. We tried too hard. Tell me the truth before you leave. You've been quiet lately, not the way you used to be. Every word feels heavy, every silence killing me. I keep replaying moments, trying to understand. When did I start losing you without a second chance? Tell me honestly, did I change or did you? What did I do wrong? look at me this way. I'm trying to hold on, but you keep pushing me away. Did I lose your love, or did you find someone new? I'm standing here confused, still holding on to you. Everything I do feels wrong. Even when I try my best, I'm losing you slowly, and I don't know the reason yet. You don't call me like before, don't say I miss you anymore. Every time I ask you why, you just say I'm fine and close the door. I see it in your distance, I hear it in your tone. You're here but not with me, and I'm standing here alone. If there's someone else, just tell me the truth. What did I do wrong? Why are you so cold to me? I'm begging for your love, but you're too far to reach. Did I give too much, or was I not enough for you? I gave you all I had, but you still walked out of you. Everything I do feels wrong. No matter what I try to be, I'm breaking into pieces while you're walking out on me. Maybe I was too much, or maybe not enough. Maybe you stopped loving me, and I just didn't catch up. If you don't love me anymore, just say it. What did I do wrong? Or did you just change your heart? Was I ever enough for you, or just a temporary part? I don't need forever, I just needed truth. But you left me here in silence, with nothing left of you. Everything I do feels wrong, but loving you is real. Now I'm left with all this pain, I don't know how to heal. Tell me the truth before you leave. Silence says enough. I asked you if you still love me, you didn't say a word. Just looked away in silence, and somehow that hurt worse. I waited for an answer, something I could hold, but the quiet in the room turned colder than the cold. You didn't have to say goodbye, I saw it in your eyes. Your silence was the answer, you didn't need to speak. The way you couldn't hold me told me everything. No words, no explanation, just distance in your touch. And I finally realized silence says enough. I kept trying to believe there was something left to save, but every time I reached for you, you pulled yourself away. You said you needed space, but space turned into goodbye. had me question everything while you already knew. Your silence was the answer, even when I begged for truth. You left me in the dark with nothing left to prove. No closure, no direction, just memories to hold in a love that slowly faded without a word being told. Oh, maybe words were too hard to say, or maybe you just didn't care. Either way, I got my answer in the emptiness you left there. I wish you would have told me, but maybe this is clearer. Your silence was the answer, and now I understand. You stopped loving me long before this end. No need for explanations, no need to pretend. Your silence was the truth that brought me to the end. You said nothing, and that said everything. Love shouldn't hurt this much. We call it love, but it burns inside. Every word feels like a fight. We hold each other just to break over and over every night. You pull me close, then push me away, like you don't know what you want. And I'm stuck in the middle of everything going wrong. It hurts me, but I stay, like I don't know another way. Love shouldn't hurt this much, it shouldn't feel like war. But every time we touch, it leaves me damaged more. We say it's love, but it cuts so deep, keeps taking more from me. Love shouldn't hurt this much, but I still can't leave. We build it up just to watch it fall, like we enjoy the pain. I try to fix what's broken, but nothing ever stays the same. You say you need me, then you don't. I'm always guessing wrong, and I'm losing myself, just trying to hold on. I know this isn't right, but I stay every night. Love shouldn't hurt this much, but I keep coming back. Even when it breaks me down, I still want you so bad. It's like I'm addicted to the way you make me bleed. Love shouldn't hurt this much, but it's all I believe. Maybe we're both the problem, maybe we're too far gone, but I don't know how to stop when my heart is still holding on. If this is love, why does it feel like pain? Love shouldn't hurt this much, but Love shouldn't hurt this much, but I still choose this fight. Love shouldn't hurt, but it does. It's always past midnight when your name lights up my phone. You say you miss me suddenly, but never when you're not alone. I hear it in your voice that you just need someone. Not me, not really me, just someone to hold on. I used to think it meant something, now I'm starting to see. You only call when you're lonely, when there's no one else around. You say all the right words, but you never stay long. You only love me in pieces, only when it's convenient. I gave you all of me, but you only needed a feeling. And I was there every time, like a fool who believed that one day you might love me the way I loved you. You disappear in daylight, like I don't even exist. No messages, no memories, just a shadow I can't fix. Then you come back like nothing, like you never left at all. And every time I let you in, I lose myself more. I kept hoping you would change, but you stayed the same. You only call when you're lonely, never when you're okay. I'm just someone you run to, then push away. You only love me halfway, never fully, never true. I gave you something real, but that wasn't enough for you. And I stayed through the nights, through every empty excuse. Now I see the truth clearly. I was just being used. Maybe I wanted it too much. Maybe I ignored the signs, but love shouldn't feel like I'm just filling your empty time. Don't call me tonight, I won't answer this time. You only call when you're lonely, but I'm not yours anymore. I'm done being your comfort when you're walking out the door. You only love me in pieces, now I'm taking mine back. I deserve something whole, not a love that cracks. And I won't be there again when you need someone new. 'Cause I finally see what you put me through. No more, no more midnight calls. I'm letting you go. It's always past midnight. Too long. I saw the signs, I felt the change, but I told myself to stay. I kept believing things would heal if I just loved you more each day. You stopped trying long ago, but I refused to see. I was holding on to us while you were leaving me. Deep inside I knew the truth, but I was scared to lose you. I stayed too long in something gone, held on after love moved on. I gave you chances you didn't take, watched my heart slowly break. I stayed too long, I couldn't leave, even when you stopped loving me. Now I'm the one left with the scars from loving you past who you are. I kept fixing every crack while you kept pulling away. I made excuses for your silence every single day. I remember how it felt when you still cared for me. Now I'm chasing memories of who you used to be. I was loving yesterday while you were gone today. I stayed too long, I lost myself trying to be someone else. I thought if I gave enough, it would somehow fix us. I stayed too long, now I see love shouldn't feel this empty. I was fighting all alone and something already gone. Maybe I was afraid of starting over again, or maybe I just didn't know how to let it end. I should have walked away when you stopped choosing me. I stayed too long, but now I'm done. I won't be the only one trying to hold what isn't there, or begging for your care. I stayed too long, but I learned love shouldn't have to hurt. Now I'm finally letting go of someone I used to know. Too long, I stayed too long. And everything we had, I still remember how you smiled like nothing could go wrong. The way you said my name back then felt like where I belong. You used to hold me closer, like you were scared to lose. Now I'm just someone standing here with nothing left to choose. You're right in front of me tonight, but you don't feel the same. I miss who you were, not who you've become. I'm holding on to memories while you're already gone. I'm yesterday and everything we had. You don't laugh like you used to, don't look at me the same. Every little thing about you feels different in a way. I try to find the old you in everything you do, but every time I get close I realize I lost you. I'm loving someone who's not here. Even when you are, I miss who you were, the version I knew, the one who stayed forever, the one who felt so true. I miss the little moments, the way we used to be. Now I'm stuck in memories while you're moving on from me. Maybe people change, and maybe that's okay, but it hurts when love fades and only one heart stays. I wish I could bring you back the way you used to be. I miss who you were, and I can't pretend that I still know the person standing here again. I miss the love we had before it fell apart. Now I'm saying goodbye to someone with your heart. You're still here, but you're not you anymore. We didn't break in a moment, there was no sudden end, just little cracks between us we didn't try to mend. We stopped saying I love you like it used to mean something, turned into empty words, we barely felt anything. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, just slowly disappearing here. Our love got tired, it lost the fight, somewhere between the wrongs and rights. We didn't leave, we didn't try, we just stopped holding on inside. Our love got tired, it couldn't stay. We watched it slowly fade away. We used to fix every problem, now we just let them pass, like we didn't care enough to make anything last. Every silence grew longer, every touch felt less real. We were standing together, but forgot how to feel. We stopped being who we were and became something worse. Our love got tired, it lost its flame. We kept pretending we were the same. We stayed too long, but not enough to save a slowly dying love. Our love got tired, Maybe it needs two hearts that try. We didn't lose it in one night. We lost it little by little. Our love got tired, now it's gone. We held on after it moved on. No more fire, no more spark, just fading echoes in the dark. Our love got tired, and so did we. Now you're just a memory. Tired love faded away. We used to talk about forever, like we were on the same road, same plans, same direction, or at least that's what I thought. But somewhere in the distance, our paths began to change. You were chasing something different, and I couldn't do the same. We weren't wrong, we weren't lies, just two hearts with different lives. Different dreams, same goodbye. We both knew it deep inside. Love was there, but it wasn't enough to hold us through this life. Different roads, different views, nothing left for us to choose. We tried to stay, we tried to fight, but we couldn't rewrite our lives. You wanted something bigger, a life I couldn't give. I wanted something simple, a love where we could live. We stood there in the silence, knowing what it meant. Sometimes love is real, but still can't make it fit. No one to blame, no one to hate, just a love that couldn't stay. Different dreams, same goodbye, tears falling from both sides. We didn't lose because we failed, we lost to time and life. Different hearts, different needs, growing into different things. We held on as long as we could, but we couldn't change what we'd be. Maybe in another life we would've worked somehow, but in this one we had to let go, even if it hurts right now. I wish love was enough, but sometimes it's not. Different dreams, same goodbye. Now I'm learning how to try to move on from what we had and accept we said goodbye. Different roads, different skies, I'll remember you in time. Not as someone that I lost, but a love I couldn't keep. Different I used to fight for every moment, every chance to make you stay. I held on through every silence, I refused to walk away. But something changed inside me, I don't feel the same. Now I'm standing here in peace, even with the pain. I used to beg for answers, now I just understand. I let you go without fighting, no more tears to explain. If love is always one-sided, it only brings more pain. I let you go without breaking, even though it hurts inside. Some goodbyes don't need a reason, they just happen over time. I stopped rewriting stories that were never meant to last. Stop chasing after memories of a love already past. You don't belong to me anymore, and maybe you never did. Now I see it more clearly than I ever did. Letting go don't mean I stop loving you, it means I stop losing me too. I let you go without fighting, no more holding on to what's gone. I gave you every part of me, but I was the only one. I let you go without anger, just a quiet goodbye. Sometimes love ends softly, without a reason why. Maybe this is what healing looks like, not holding on too tight. I loved you enough to let you leave. I let you go without fighting, and I finally feel free. Even if a part of me will always remember we. I let you go without breaking, just learning how to breathe. Some love stories don't end loud, they just slowly leave. I let you go, and I let me go too. You said you felt trapped lately, like you couldn't breathe, like love was just a cage, and I held the key. I never tried to lock you in, I just wanted you close. But the tighter that I held you, the more you let go. I thought love meant staying, but you needed space, you needed freedom, not me. Needed room to just be, while I was holding on tight. You were trying to break free, I was calling it love, you were calling it change. Now I see the difference through all of this pain. You needed I remember how you changed, started pulling away. Every time I said stay, you had less to say. You stopped making promises, stopped making plans, and every I love you didn't sound the same. You were already leaving, I just didn't know. You needed freedom, not me. Needed space I couldn't give. I was building a future. You were trying to live. I held on to forever. You were letting it go. Now I'm learning the truth I didn't want to know. You needed freedom, not me. And that's why you had to leave. Maybe I loved you too much, or maybe you just loved me less. Maybe we were never meant to survive this test. I wish I could have been enough without holding you back. You needed freedom, not me. And I finally understand. Love shouldn't feel like pressure or something you can't stand. I hope you find your open sky. Even if I'm not there, I was ready to give you my world, but you needed it. You needed freedom, not me. So I'll set you free. Go be who you need to be, even if it's without me.